He's got quite a few roaches actually out, so he will be able to defend this, but...
Cheerios, that was a really... I mean, he had a really good push set up, and he just didn't force field off the roaches. He could have done a lot of damage to that eco line there.
The queen slowly moving along to the third there. We need to see that creep spread though, you're right. It's non-existent really right now. There's only one tumor down. You see the Overseer is now in the Zerg space. We're going to see how long that one lives. But again, the Protoss is going to be over his third here, and it's going to be uncontested again. I feel like he should have Mutas out right now if he isn't.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, he does have his +1 starter for Mutas, but he just doesn't have any actually in production right now. And he really needs to... If he had those already out, he could have been denying that third. And then moving back to the main, and that's going to force the Protoss in a very defensive fashion.
We do have a War Prism coming into Brett's base here. I mean, he's got a Spore Crawler, so I don't know. He could do it. You could potentially do a lot of damage, or he could back off, which seems like he might do. Yeah, right now, I mean, if he could drop it in over here too, like over by his, I don't know, his third expo or second expo. But there's really no forces over here. His army's over on his, upper right. So
I don't even see where it went, but yeah, it looks like we got the Mutas coming in finally, so he might be able to deny this third. He's gonna have to be really careful about it though, because right now the Protoss only has one opening, and
it's
taking his time to get there.
I think Cheerios is gonna give it to him. Oh, he's not paying attention. Yeah, I think those placement of the cannons here really set him back. It kind of limited his mobility over his third, and he kind of got a couple probes out of it, but nothing too serious.
I do like that Cheerios does have a Overseer or Observer pretty much wherever Zerg's army is though, so he knows exactly what Brett's doing at all times right now. Having that scouting knowledge is really going to help in the late game.
We see a lot of stalkers coming in now. There is a Templar Archive, so we can probably going to see some Archons. Archons will be here soon.
Yeah, I would think so. Archons do exceptionally well against Mass Muta, especially if they're clumped up. That AoE damage is just going to destroy them.
These Mutas are coming around from the back. This could do a lot of damage. Cheerios is going to send in a few stalkers over here to take care of it.
He's got quite a few out already. He has 17 Mutas out, so that's definitely enough to do a lot of damage for harassing. And I think he wants to pull the Protoss out of position with this other army as well. He's trying to force him to attack in multiple positions, and that's what you have to do as Zerg if you want to be successful. You have to do multi-pronged attacks at all times.
Brett needs to come in here with his army out front, or he's going to let his Mutas get taken out.
I would actually like to see him push the third right now, because there's only the two cannons there with those roaches, and he can actually do a lot of damage. Just open it up and get some stuff in there.
Yeah, these High Templar don't have enough energy to the Psystorm here, so... Brett's got his Mutalisks, his Mutalisks taking out a couple of his Mutas, so... I think he could have done a lot more damage if he sent this little roach wing party out front, and he kept harassing with the Mutas.
But he didn't deny anything on this map. I think he was doing a good job. I just think he lost too many Mutas for there. I don't think he traded effectively.
Alright. But yeah, we do. Bretdet is going to have his 2 more expansions coming up. So I'd hope he's gonna have some. I'd really like to see some Ruglars coming here soon, especially considering that Cheerios thinks he's going to mass Muta here.
Yeah, for how late in the game. It looks like he did this last game though. His hive tech is fairly late, I feel. We're already 17 minutes in and he hasn't even started it yet.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as he's, you know, got around to the Protoss base, he got a little scout going that he realized that how far he was actually behind. And actually, Cheerios going for 5 more gateways.
So we do have a war prison coming in from the south side. The way that it's rallied, he's actually going to see both of those expansions. Kind of curious to see what he's going to do with that knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know, this little encounter at the bridge is, I don't think he should have taken that on. I mean, those stalkers, they do a lot of damage to those mutilates, especially these 2 cannons up here on this ridge.
So look, he's trying to kill the expansion, and I think he's going to get it.
Yeah, there it is! Sending in his almost, pretty much his entire army to take down these zealots. He did not make it in time.
Oh, I don't think those are going to get through, no. So the mutas are going to be able to save his 4th, at least. So he still is behind, I think, in terms of economy, but he has so much banked right now that if he was to max out, and he needs to get rid of those lings, though. He has so many. He has a very large army right now, but it's not a very strong army.
I mean, they're both pretty even, but like he's stuck in metagame right now. He really needs to step it up here, or else, you know, Cheerios is gonna pull around ahead, especially with these High Templar. They're just gonna do so much damage to this massive bio ball right here.
And he just started his pathogen gland, so he's not even gonna have infestors out with energy. He could start building infestors right now that will have enough energy, but I don't think it's going to be enough with this push that's coming out right now.
Honestly,
it really needs a very good surround to be able to at least hold off.
I don't think Cheerios should just go right in the main. I mean, he doesn't even have to go for the expansions. Bretdet really doesn't have a lot he can do with this. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, 3 Mortals is pretty good. He's gonna take a...
Yeah, he has a pretty strong army. It's a very nice composition. It's got a decent amount of Templars, all full energy.
I mean, I'd even like to see some Colossus. Here's the Colossus actually coming right up. I mean, at this point, I don't know much how Bretdet... I don't know what he can do.
It's not looking too good for him right now. He does have 9 mutas though, so he, in theory, could be harassing a little bit with those. I think he's going to need to do something quick though if he's going to stay in this game.
We're going to need some good fungals here.
Ooh, some bad storms off there.
I don't know what Brett's doing. He needs to do something here. He needs to get some fungals in on these guys. That's a lot of stalkers. He can do so much damage with fungals.
So it looks like it's going to be it right now. He's got a couple good fungals off, but those storms are just so much damage.
He needed to snipe that Colossus, those mutas. This Colossus just do so much damage to the roaches, and I think Cheerios is going to take this one right here.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a GG. He does have a ton of units in production right now, guys. I don't think it's going to be enough.
40 roaches is still... This High Templar can just take down that so easily.
He is sniping out those High Templars though, so they're not going to have any more storms, but I just don't think it's going to matter at this point. He did take out the Colossus, and it looks like he's trying to get those Mortals dropped right now.
And his 5th expansion down the bottom, he has so much... He's got so many resources and so many larvae. I don't know why he's not making anything. He's not doing anything right now.
I think he could have held this if he had his production ramped up a little bit better, but at this point, Cheerios 3-2 already, plus 3 attack, plus 2 armor, and I don't think there's any way that he's going to be able to come back from this.
Bretted's like AFK right now. He's not doing anything. He's just letting this happen. There's no production going on from Bretdet.
And he just sent his drones. Yeah. His drones are almost sent away, so I think right now he's just kind of contemplating what he did wrong.
He's just not there. He's just like left.
Yeah, there's nobody home.
Literally, like nothing's happening. Cheerios is just giving him the win. he could, he had so much larvae and so much resources that he could have battled off this Protoss army.
I didn't see his upgrades. You know what he had for his roaches? Were they even +2 yet?
I think they were +2/+2. But
I mean,
still,
he
like,
could have held it. I don't think he would have won just because he would have lost. He would have lost at 2 bases there at least.
I mean, I don't know.
But I think he could have at least held that off for a little bit more.
Yeah, he could have. I don't know. I think that's a very bad call by Bretdet there. Unfortunately, he had a lot of larvae at the end. I mean, he could have done so much with that.